Recently, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, or as I like to call him, American Psycho Newsom, aka Gavin Bateman Newsom, tweeted this. New. California has officially introduced a U.S. constitutional amendment to end the gun violence epidemic in this nation. The American people want action. Congress has refused. It's up to states to step in. The right to safety will enshrine 4 gun safety freedoms: raising the age to purchase a gun to 21, universal background checks, and a waiting period for gun purchases, and banning civilian purchases of assault weapons. Now, a few months ago, I did a video discussing his goofy desire to do just this, and now here he is actually trying to do it. But Gavin Newsom knows this is goofy, and he knows there isn't a chance in hell this will actually happen. So why is he doing it? Well, I believe Gavin Newsom is doing this because he wants to run for president, and so does the Democrat Party.
Does Gavin Newsom have a thought of running for president, you think? I mean, that's what he thinks of. He's been thinking about that, I believe, since he got out of bed as mayor of San Francisco, sure, back when he was Mr. Kimberly Guilfoyle back in the day.
You see, trying to add an amendment by using the state legislature would be the first time in history, which would make him look like a fearless political trailblazer to the rest of the U.S. But here's the thing. If Gavin Bateman Newsom does end up running for president, I think he could win. And let me tell you, if Gavin Bateman Newsom becomes president, his attacks on the Second Amendment as president will make Joe Biden look like Colion Noir. Look, I hear people saying, oh, there's no way in hell because look how much they hate him in California. Look at the recall election, yada, 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 yada. Do not be fooled by the whole recall fiasco.
Even in the recall, which is sort of, the odds are stacked against you in a recall because the recall is brought by people that don't like you. So by definition, recalls often have low turnout, skewed to the group that wants the official removed. He also got 62% of the vote in the recall. And
definitely don't be fooled by the fact that Biden says he's still going to run for re-election.
Former campaign manager for Marianne Williamson, Peter Dow, tweeted, Newsom is getting ready. Gavin Newsom has tacit approval from Team Biden to run a shadow campaign. Otherwise, this would never be tolerated by Democratic Party elites.
So, keep this in mind. The people that voted for Biden and are now anti-Biden are really only anti-Biden because he's an old, dilapidated gaffe machine who embarrasses this country every time he's in front of a camera. However, Gavin Newsom is the younger, better-looking, more relatable, enthusiastic version of Joe Biden. And a lot of people pick their presidents based on stupid superficialities like, he's just so handsome and presidential looking. So all of those people who voted for Biden will blindly vote for Gavin. And all the younger people who didn't vote at all because they were Bernie supporters will vote for Gavin Newsom because he's even more far left than Joe Biden is. And that's what makes him dangerous to the Second Amendment. His potential ability to galvanize the younger generation that is of voting age or coming into voting age, that leans hard to the left and are obsessed with radical ideas like adding a 28th Amendment to undermine the Second Amendment without having to repeal it altogether. These people weren't motivated by Joe Biden, but they will get behind Gavin Bateman Newsom, and the same young people who largely ignored politics will start not only voting their anti-gun agenda on the federal level, they'll start doing it on the state level, which they've historically ignored. Now they'll start to vote anti-gun representatives, anti-gun senators, and then Congress will shift left and every gun control law that Gavin Newsom wants will start passing. Not to mention, he'll completely weaponize the ATF to make life as a gun owner, a gun store owner, a gun manufacturer, a living nightmare. So yes, right now, this 28th Amendment doesn't have a chance in hell. But in my years as a 2A advocate, I've learned a few things. The anti-gun lobby and their politicians are incredibly patient and incredibly skilled at exploiting the ignorance of the masses and influencing culture to get what they want. As the saying goes, politics is downstream from culture. All we tend to do in our side is play the political game. It's time we start playing the culture game. The way we do that is by focusing on the people, having those tough conversations in personal life, taking people to the shooting range, supporting the 2A industry as a whole, supporting the online 2A community as a whole, and its content creators, because those content creators can't get on left-leaning mainstream media to influence the people in the middle. But Social media is way more powerful. We just have to push it and share it and publicly engage with it through comments, likes, shares, retweets, reposts, all of it, so that it spreads to the people who need to hear the message of the Second Amendment, see the benefit of the Second Amendment, and then eventually become a part of the Second Amendment. Because the only people who can protect the Second Amendment are the people. And truth be told, this is why I started my Keep America Tactical collection. See, initially it started off as Keep Texas Tactical, and this was when Beto was running for office here in Texas. So I came up with the Keep Texas Tactical design so that it could counter all of the signs and stuff that I was seeing of pro Beto and we want Beto and all this stuff. But I largely realized a lot of the people who didn't want Beto, because they were pro-Second Amendment, they didn't have anything to demonstrate their support for the Second Amendment and their support against Beto. And then I thought about it. I said, well, let's expand it. We don't just need a Keep Texas Tactical. We need a Keep America Tactical. And that's why I came up with the Keep America Tactical line. So essentially, it's every state we have in this country with an AR-15 centered right in the center of it, giving a subtle but yet very blatant message that we support the Second Amendment in this country, and we want to keep it that way. Not only do we support the Second Amendment, we support the right of the people to own the most effective tool, which is the AR-15. It is providing a subtle indication to all of the people out there of how many people actually support the Second Amendment, and giving them the inclination to say, maybe I might need to look into this a little bit more. Or maybe I just need to have a conversation with that person. Or maybe I need to figure out where I stand on this issue. So, if you haven't already, head over to shop.mrcolionnoir.com and get your Keep America Tactical collection hats. We have drinkware, we have t-shirts, you name it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, click that bell symbol that tells you and gives you all of the notifications whenever I upload a video. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to know that I uploaded a video and you'll never see the video. And also, if you want to learn more about YouTube membership, what is YouTube membership? YouTube membership is another way for you to support this channel and what we do here for the Second Amendment. It comes with 3 different groups. You have the Pew Pew Life, you have the militia, and then you have the amosexuals. And each of those groups comes with their own specific perks and benefits. Just last week, I did a giveaway to all of the members of Surefire lights that exceeded, I want to say, close to $800, $900. So if you want to learn more about YouTube membership, I'm going to put a link in the description section along with the link to shop.mrcolionnoir.com. Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.